All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for joining me. I am here today to ask you for a favor. My wife and I have discussed it, and we've decided that if I am able to make it to 1,000 subscribers, that I am allowed to buy a new fishing kayak. I'm going to trick this thing out. We're talking pedal drive, kayak crate, everything you can think of. I'm going to trick this thing out. So, in that case, I need your help. So if you could share this content with anybody you think might enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. As of the time I'm editing this video, right here is where we are currently. So if you guys could help me out, I'd greatly appreciate it. So once I get my new kayak, I am going to do a giveaway as not only celebration of getting the new kayak, but also for reaching 1,000 subscribers, I am going to give away my first fishing kayak, the gray one, and it's going to include the outriggers. It's going to include the kayak crate. It's going to include all of the updates that I made to it. So I will be doing that giveaway. Again, if you guys could help me reach this goal by the end of this year, I'd greatly appreciate it. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you all so very much for joining me. What do you do when it is winter time, the weather sucks, and you really want to go fishing? Well, you prep yourself to go fishing. So today in this video, I'm going to be making some rod holders. Last year, I kind of remembered my love for fishing for catfish, specifically from the bank. And unfortunately, the setup I had worked, but it wasn't the greatest thing in the world. So I wanted to create some more heavy-duty rod holders. Now that I know that bigger fish are a possibility there, and we are going to be camping at that same site a lot this year. So I want to create some more heavy duty rod holders. So in order to make these rod holders, I'm using 2 feet of rebar. This is 1/2 inch rebar. I'm going to be using some PVC. I'm using some hose clamps and some different colored duct tape. So, this is not something that I am going to take credit for. I thought I had a great idea, and then I went on YouTube and found out like 14 different people have made these exact same rod holders. However, I'm going to make one small adjustment to them, which I think is going to make a pretty significant difference for actually using these. But anyway, to get started, I need to take my PVC and cut it into 5 8-inch pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. 1 down, 4 to go. So I've got my 5 8-inch pieces. Now I am going to go through with some sandpaper and kind of soften this edge a little bit. But all right, so now I'm going to go ahead and we are ready to start putting these together. So I'm going to move you guys a little bit closer and we'll get started. To start this, I'm going to take my PVC. Now the key here, and the thing that I'm doing that's going to be a little bit different, is I'm leaving this rebar stick up a couple inches. Most people who build these put the rebar down there. Now the problem with that is, yeah, you get a little bit longer of a stake. However, it would make this really hard to pound into the ground. So I'm gonna leave it, and it's not gonna be much, maybe the 1/2 inch, hanging out above the PVC. I'm going to go ahead and attach it with a hose clamp. And I may have bought hose clamps that are a little too big here, but it's okay. I'll put this pretty close to the edge. And having a bench vise right now would be super handy. That's on there. And as you can see, it's sticking out just a little bit above that pipe so that I have a place to actually hit on it. All right, so now I'm gonna add another piece, another hose clamp down here toward the bottom. Make these as tight as you can get them. There we go. All right, there you go. Now it's mostly done at this point. However, one thing I want to do is I don't like these little things hanging off here, and I don't really like that this is here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some different colored duct tape. So I have blaze orange, neon green, and this one is glow in the dark, which I do a lot of night fishing, so this should be pretty handy there. But anyway, what I'm gonna do, just gonna take the duct tape, and I'm gonna use it kind of lock that in place. So there's the green. I did not do a great job taping, but you guys get the idea. I'm gonna take my orange and do the same. Try it this way, maybe it'll make a difference. So again, start there on that tag end. All right, there we go. Now we've got our orange and our yellow or green. Now let's try this glow in the dark. And I'm just gonna do a couple of strips of that. I did not realize I need a knife. Okay. Okay. Okay, now take my glow in the dark, and I'm just gonna wrap it around the middle, in between them. And again, the whole point of the glow in the dark is because I do plan on doing quite a bit of night fishing, so hopefully that'll help me be able to see these a little bit better in the daylight, or I'm sorry, in the dark. Now, that being said, this is the first one. I got 5 more of these to make, and then we'll go test them out and see how they work. But there you go. All right, well, got all 5 of them done. Now, nothing left to do but test them out. Let's see how this goes. Time to dig the ground. All right, go grab a fishing rod, see how this works. All right, fishing rod goes in. No issues there. All right, let's pull on it, see how well she does. All right, here we go. I think that'll do, y'all. Ain't going anywhere. All right, y'all, well, there it is. There's my rod holders for bank fishing, specifically for catfish, but I guess they pretty much work for everything. All right, now that I've got my rod holders done, again, it's cold and nasty. As you can see, there's snow on the ground. Again, not much we can do, and I really want to go fishing. So what I'm gonna do about that, I'm gonna go ahead and reorganize my tackle. All right, so before I jump into organizing my tackle, I did want to talk briefly about the total cost for these rod holders that I've made. I got everything I needed from either Home Depot or Amazon. So I got a 1/2 inch by 10-foot piece of rebar from Home Depot. That was $5.48. I got a 10-pack of hose clamps also from Home Depot for $24.98. I got a 10-foot piece of PVC for a 1.5 inch PVC. That was $7.97. The colored duct tape I got was from Amazon for $15.88. And this was for, as you can see here, it was for a multi-pack. And then the glow tape was $6.99 also from Amazon, which means if you take what I spent and divide it by 5, I spent a total of $12.26
per rod holder. Now, one thing about that though is I still have quite a bit of PVC left over. I can make an additional 7 rod holders with the PVC I have. The tape, both the glow and the colored duct tape, I can still make a lot of rod holders from those materials. So really the only thing I would have to buy would be the rebar and the hose clamps again. Again, $12.26 was the total cost per, but if you really kind of take out how many I could still make from the PVC, that would lower it to just about $10 a piece for the PVC and the duct tape. So all in all, I feel like I did pretty darn well as far as the cost production, but I just wanted to share that with you guys, so again, I like to do everything on a budget as much as possible. So again, there's the breakdown of the cost. Now let's go over and see what I did with my catfish tackle. All right, so I think I've got everything kind of half organized here. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to make a catfish fishing bag, since that's what I like to do. So what I've done here is I've gone ahead and taken all of my equipment and put it into these totes. So this one here has got glow sticks in it. This is 1/2 ounce weights. This is a whole big thing of 1 ounce weights. It's all my bells. These are 8/0 circle hooks. I bought a massive pack of these. And then these are all the rest of the miscellaneous hooks. So I think I'm going to use this bag right here as my catfish fishing bag. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these totes in here, or put these containers in here. Okay, and my stringer. All right, so still have plenty of room here. I got some Band-Aids on the side here. I also have some pair of pliers and some sort of a bite indicator in here. But I think this will work. This gives me enough room to put my catfish stuff together. That way, when I'm going catfishing, I just need to grab this one bag and my rod holders and my rods, and I'm good to go. Now I'm also going to be putting together another tackle box. It's going to be another small one like this for bank fishing, specifically fishing from for smaller animals, like if I'm taking roslyn out, if we're going for bluegill or whatever, where I have just some small hooks, split shots, bobbers, that kind of stuff. But I think I've pretty much got everything as organized as I can get it today. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I want to thank you all so very much for watching. You have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. If you're getting ready to go to bed, you have a good night's sleep, and I will see you on the next one.